Should that exchange be made? Should that kind of a swap be entertained with terrorists?
You know our policy on that, Michael. We don't either negotiate or make exchanges or pay ransoms. We think that results in just more cash floating. You know our policy on that, Michael. We don't either negotiate or make exchanges or pay ransoms. We think that results in just more cash floating around with these very hateful characters.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Unless they recognize. My policy towards Hamas has been no different than his. I've said that they are a terrorist organization, that we should not negotiate with them unless they recognize Israel or renounce violence.
Call hello, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock. Shalom and salutation to you brothers out here, preaching the words of truth and sincerity. America, the country known for non-negotiations, is officially about to negotiate. Let me just pull this up the right way, Salakia. All right. Okay, let's go back here now. Yeah, this country that has multiple, Google it. You could see for yourself that the country that says all the time that's not negotiating, they're officially about to negotiate and have negotiated. Let's get back out of here. Let's go to negotiate with Taliban. So purportedly today, which I was trying to pull up, but Satan's trying to cut off, so we got other ways to do it. U.S. officials negotiate with Taliban while evacuating Afghanistan. Men who negotiate with the Taliban slams Biden on Afghanistan. Unacceptable. What we know about the U.S. and Taliban negotiations. Nothing but negotiations with the Taliban. This is a country that don't negotiate with terrorists. They claim that Taliban, since the beginning of the Iraq War, they claim that Taliban is a terrorist organization. How so are we now, the U.S. now negotiating with terrorists? What's the deal? I thought we was the big bad U.S. No negotiations. That's just not our policy. Well, what you're going to find out about Esau is he's just a hypocrite, man. You're not supposed to believe what comes out of this man's mouth, though his words were smoother than butter, war was in his heart. They quote the Bible all the time, but the scripture says, what is how it has to do with my commandments, my statutes. What does that has to do with them? Because you don't uphold them. Esau, you don't uphold them. Your leadership has never upheld the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. I dare you to go through them and read them and see which ones are being upheld in America. You pick and you choose, just like the Christian Roman Catholic Church, which ones you're going to allow the people to follow and which ones you're not. And then you make your own penal codes. This place is out of here, man. All right. The proof that America is now negotiating with the same terrorists when it's stated for many years it never will do that, shows you that this place is fallen. Isaiah 14:3, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That's talking about America, slave trade, slavery. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. This is talking about America. It says, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. It's dealing with America. Why? Because America is going to cease. It's going to cease to exist. It's out of here. We in these last days, brothers. We in these last days. That's why you're supposed to get right. Use your time wisely. Remember that the destruction is at hand. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction. What do we know about Esau? Prideful people. And then you find out what they proud about. It's just the fact that they can go into any country and rape, rob, and murder and don't have to answer to nobody. Well, that time is almost up. Pride goeth before destruction. You have all the pride. Americans are the most prideful people in the world. How we know we live here? We can tell you. It says, in a haughty spirit before a fall. A haughty spirit is one that believes he can be untouched. He's above the rest. He's been prideful because the Most High gave him the position to rule the world with a sword, right? Bring destruction and death. He's able to deceive the nations for so long, and he thinks he'll never go out of power. Man, could you not be more prideful as an Edomite today in America? But slowly and surely, the signs is about to show. U.S. officials negotiate with the Taliban. They've been telling us for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years that they do not negotiate with terrorists. All of a sudden, boom. All of a sudden, you feeling the pressure, felt the pressure, and bowed down. That's just the beginning. Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. Proverbs 29:23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of a man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Exalted in that day. The day is coming upon the earth where Esau is going to get judged. He's not going to be able to run from it. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, America. Because it's the virgin daughter. It's the virgin daughter. It's not the Babylon itself. Babylon had already rose and fell. You know the history. But it's the virgin daughter. It's the replica. All right? Pantheism. Okay? Witchcraft. It says sit on the ground. So America's going to be brought low. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Also talking about America. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Why? Because it's going to be touched. A tender and delicate woman is an untouched virgin. Okay, she hasn't been penetrated. America and a nation can be untouched unless they had war. Okay, and that's how she's going to be thrown down with violence. Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. It's going to be a violent war, a violent end to America, a fiery blaze. Okay? Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You can see the hypocrisy that goes on here. You can see the lies that go on here. You can see the evil that goes on here. You see the witchcraft that goes on here. It never gets checked. It continues the cycle. All right, they lie to you. All right, they say one thing and do another. The Most High's tired of that. He's going to require the blood of his men, the blood of the martyrs' men, the blood of our ancestors from that is shed on this land here in America. He's going to require it in the days that's coming up very soon. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Until next time, shalom.